Alright guys, it's me the Tycoon coming back to you with another review, and this is of Love, Death and Robots Season 4 Overview. So let's get into it. Created by Tim Miller, he's returned again for another series of the hit Netflix show Love, Death and Robots, bringing the Anthology series to its weakest area. It's the weakest out of all the seasons. Yes, it has some amazing visual styles within it, but visual styles are not enough when the stories are really weak or predictable. There's nothing in there that you could actually say, oh wow, this stays with me. It doesn't have the same sort of comedic touch that you had with, Three Robots, or the haunting elements of going across the Arula. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't even remember the name of that episode. But the ending was really something. It was a big space spider, would be the best way of putting it. The Arula Drift. I think that's what it was called. Across the Arula Drift. Even the one which had the mechanized death bear. The Terminator bear. These are the ones that really stayed with you. There were some amazing anthology episodes. The best one still has to be the Barnyard Rats versus the Terminator. Well, the sort of Terminator cat. This had none of it. This series had nothing that you could come out and say, yeah, I will remember this season for that episode. A lot of it felt rehashed. A lot of stories felt like, well, they weren't even that great. Apart from Land of the Mini kind of thing, where the mini, this time it wasn't the mini zombie apocalypse. This was the mini alien attacking Earth, which is actually quite funny. You had a cat that had but it's been done before. The cat that wants to take over the world, and somehow manages to communicate with a robot. It's like Three Robots started, its genesis from there, because you find out at the end of the Three Robots trilogy that was a cat that actually got themselves onto a spaceship and saved themselves while the rest of humanity blew itself to bits. But even the theme of a cat comes through on the final episode, where the devil is looking to, fulfill his contract. This is just, it's not memorable. In some aspects of this series, it just got on with it too quickly and didn't give you as a viewer the time to actually enjoy what you was watching, get into the characters or anything like that, even into the action. It was just over and done with quickly. So for me, this was the weakest out of all 4 seasons. Tim Miller, we already know what his sort of, or their kind of thing is all about. And we know that Tim Miller is really good as a director. They know how to do action, choreography. They know how to bring things to life. They know how to bring this style of animation, or the different animation styles that we've seen throughout the Love, Death and Robots series, to life, like they done with Secret Level, the Amazon Prime series, which was the anthologies based upon video games. So, where did it go wrong? Clearly, the stories that you've chosen were weak. You didn't want to return back to the things like some really good characters and have that humorous side of it. If anything, the balances were all over the place as well. Even the live action version, which had the priest on the beach, which is right at the top there, you kind of felt you knew what was going to be coming up. You kind of knew what the story was because they've done it in the past. And they've done it better. This has not been a great series, and I've been actually quite disappointed with this. I was actually looking forward to it as well. There could have been some really great stories in there. There should have been. but either poorly executed by the voice actors, who definitely phoned it in, poorly executed by the stories, because they were so heavily reliant upon the technology of the animation style, whether it's CGI animation or whether it is pen to paper animation. They were so heavily reliant on it that they forgot the most important part: the viewer. The viewer is watching this, and depending on how good they are, the story is, that's what's going to keep the viewer watching it for longer, or hurrying it along to the end of the episode to see what else is on, see if there's anything better. And this failed. This actually failed in more ways than one, and I'm so sorry to be saying that, because I'm a fan of these kind of anthology series. But it is what it is. Hopefully, if they do season 5, they go back to great storytelling with a twist at the end of it, making it humorous in the right places, and just gives them a little bit more time for the characters to ingratiate themselves with the viewer. But what do I know? I'm just the ordinary guy who will review these kinds of things, sit back and say, yeah, I wasted my time here. With that said, guys, whatever platform you guys are watching this on, let me know what you think. Drop me a like, let me know, subscribe, do all the fun things that we want to see, including let me know what you think in the comments. If you guys don't know how to do that, then you'll need to go back to school. So says the Tycoon.